Hi guys, it's been a fair while since we've done a video. We've been snowed under with work, and there's been quite a bit happening in our world. One of the things we decided to update Brutus, so it's been sold, but we've done a short video of what's happened and the disaster that struck in the meantime. So stick around, watch the video. It'll just keep you updated with what we're doing. More videos to come, hopefully by Christmas, and mobs coming next year when we plan to do a lot more traveling. This year we're just trying to head down, bum up, and put some money away and get ready for a new car. Cheers guys. We've decided to let Brutus go. We're going to upgrade, maybe not so much in size, but something a little bit newer and maybe a bit more economical. In the meantime, we'll use our old Toyota Land Cruiser work ute, and it'll struggle to do the job, but it'll still do it. We didn't bring the boat with us this time. It probably would have made us a little bit overweight either way, but the main objective for this trip was to go out and see if we could cull a few pigs. We were heading for a property just outside of the small town of Muddaborough. We love our little Honda Quad. Only a 250, but it'll take us wherever we need to go. So much grass around.
There is. It's nice to see water in some of the creeks and that.
This is the best the country out here has looked in years. Plenty of rain. Barcaldine is a typical outback town. The people are just so friendly out here. It's just really clean. It's a really nice feel about this town.
Tree of Knowledge in Barcaldine. Might stop and have a look today.
Not really a major problem, but though utes using just a little bit of water, just losing a little bit somewhere, so I might have a cracked heater hose or a small pinhole in one of the radiator hoses. Just something we got to keep an eye on. Some of this art out here, it's just incredible. Just imagine the amount of hours it took to build something like this. The Tree of Knowledge is a heritage listed tree. It's said to be a 200-year-old ghost gum. This ghost gum is located in front of the Barcaldine railway station. It was under this tree in which the workers of the 1891 shearers' strike met. There's a lot of channels and floodways out here, but the ground is basically flat, so when it rains the water's got somewhere to go. Once we reached Muddaborough, our plan was to catch up with our friends Ted and Narelle, also with Neil and Joy, and then top up with water and head out to the property. Just hanging back a bit behind the other vehicles so we don't cop too much dust.
irrigations.
Not too bad.
Yeah, it's pretty good, really.
We didn't waste any time once we got to camp. Ted and I were out on our quads with the rifles, and the other boys were in the ute with the dogs. We managed to knock over 13 feral pigs that day, which all in all was a pretty good effort. Keep an eye out. The next day, Chris and I went out on our quad together, and one of the paddocks a lot closer to the campsite. We did a lot of travelling, but we didn't see any pigs. Spider web. Oop, another one. Ah.
Spider web.
Oh, look at all the roos. There's a heap of them up here.
Oh, it is.
All reds.
Oh, reds.
Yeah.
I'll put that this side.
Look. The swag of them. Doesn't look like there's going to be much water in this creek.
No, it might be better off with
Go over one more.
oh, look at this big fella coming back along the fence.
Where? Oh, that one. Yeah, it's a good road. I just can't believe how great this little spot is.
Yes,
I reckon there'll be a bit of water down here. Water there. After quite a few hours of riding around on the quad and not a pig in sight, we decided we'll pack up camp and move further north up the property to where we were the previous day and got mobs of pigs. So back home to camp to pack up, and that's when disaster struck. After I'd just loaded the quad onto the back of the ute, I turned around to go and get another strap to tie it down. I turned around and it was gone. Toyota handbrakes would have to be right up there with one of the worst.
You had the handbrake on and it didn't work. Toyota's worst handbrakes, best air conditioning.
I can only get it on one chain, Ted, so go steady. Yeah, righto. We'll get through here. Well, this is going to make it interesting for the rest of the trip, isn't it?
Come on. You want to cut those two little trees down?
No, once you get up to here, up on here, it should pull out easy.
I just don't know how much water will be in that motor now.
Harley, back here.
Yeah. try and take
You got another D shackle?
No. Push it out if you can. No. Well, the other end is put it on the table. I don't like that, but it goes steady. This is not good. Not good at all.
No, it's not.
Could be down in the middle.
Yeah, true.
Look on the bright side.
Could have been in the middle.
Yeah,
It's fresh water, thank God.
yeah, but I nearly got run over on the way down here.
And
Yeah, I
put
bet.
the
I
Crocs
nearly
in
had
there.
it, but I hit the tree. Took the feet out from under me. Remind me to adjust the handbrake on the Land Cruiser when we get home.
Yes, I'll remind you. Adjust that handbrake, yes. Bloody hell.
It's only because I was facing downhill to make it easy to put the quad on.
Were you on the back of the ute?
No, I was
Oh.
walking away from it and it just creaked and went.
Hey, John?
Yeah.
Just take a little bit of weight so I can redo this.
Yeah.
So you just hold it.
And then take the weight up. Yeah, just take the weight.
Whoop, whoop. Right. Come back there.
Once they get it moved out, I'll open the doors and let the water out. Just out of the blue it went.
The handbrake was on the whole time as hard as you could.
As
Yep.
hard as I could get it. One more. Righto!
Oops. Oh, don't break the snatchy again. Where's that block of wood, love? Wait!
Wait! Get the water out, that's all the weight is. Get the water out, I'll get the handbrake off.
There'll be a couple of tonnes you're letting out of there.
Yeah, I know.
That's just dragging them back a little bit.
Yeah.
Then I'll let it turn it.
The handbrake's off now.
Hang on, John.
Ooh, come on, you bitch!
Oh, what's the paint work?
Just wait, John. I'm going to pull this right at the top, up the top here. Oh, right. I've unhooked you.
It's all been under.
See, that would have been hard because that would have been in that mud in there too.
Yeah. Bloody handbrake let go. Bloody hell.
That'll do.
That'll do. Just leave it there.
After a couple of hours of working on the car, we got it running again, and the motor was running fine. We just had no electrics. So we thought, we'll get back to town, and then the next day we'll head back for home. Well, our electrical problems just kept getting worse and worse. We did manage to get the car home in one piece, but only just. Within days, everything was dead. Because the car needed a full rewire, it was actually written off by the insurance company. So our next thing was to find another vehicle that we could use for work and hopefully use it for towing the van a bit as well. But the number one priority was to use it as a service vehicle for our gear. Well, the Ranger we picked up turned out to be a really good little unit. It already had a GVM and GCM upgrade, so it was great for a work ute, and it towed the van surprisingly well. We did have to do a few modifications as it had no headboard, and we wanted to set it all up to be able to be used for towing the van for our trips away whenever we could get away. Alright, so this is our new canopy for the Ranger. Daniel's just in the middle of, well, he's nearly finished building it. The doors are on. This is the internals. We've got the two shelves, or the two big bars on this side. In there is where our outboard bracket goes, or our Minn Kota bracket goes on there. Esky in here, outboard motor, fridge on the other side, battery over there. So yeah, and then we've got a bit of storage room down the back, and down the track I'll get him to make a couple of shelves in the ceiling. It's turned out really well, as usual for him. He does a beautiful job. Alright, I'm getting there. I've got the electrical board up. We've got our dual battery system in, solar regulators in, water pump, all the light switches, all the lights are in. Yeah, obviously fridge, Jenny, toolbox and a little gas cooker. Got the big esky in on the other side, and we've just got to fit the motor in. And we've still got a bit more spare room, and then a little bit up the top here. Put the lights on. Up the top there'll be room for some fishing rods, so it's going to be fairly well stacked. But that's what it's all about. And getting all the weight right up in front of the axle, so that'll be good. Alrighty, we're getting there. All that was left to do now is to sort out the racks to carry the boat and put on a decent set of towing mirrors for when we've got the van on behind us.